Bonjour, bonjour, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm DMC, I'm an artist based in Atlanta. I do anime realism and illustration. If you'd like to check some of my artwork, I'm gonna put down below the link to my social media and my other pages. So today's video will be talking about my experience with the Dark Magician deck. Since I've been playing in a few times with the Dark Magician, I can give you my perspective and my experience. Like my previous video, I'll be showing you guys a drawing on the background while I'll be talking, and this is a watercolor, and it's the Dark Magician girl and the Dark Magician in the bottom with little Coliro, because I love the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician girl. So I wanted to make a drawing, and it was gonna be with watercolor. So for the supplies and what kind of material I've been using, I'll be putting all their name and all the materials name list down below if you're interested to purchase it. Alright, as many of you know already, I went back to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It has been a few months now, more than 3 or 4 or 5 I think, and I can give you now a little more perspective with playing Dark Magician deck. So when I started building the Dark Magician deck, I wanted to do it because I love the Dark Magician, and it's in place in my heart, very important, because that was one of the sets starting deck I bought, you know, the Dark Magician. But then because of now the time have changed, we know there's a different kind of engine and system for Yu-Gi-Oh! Now the Dark Magician have his own engine, and it's all focused on the Dark Magician. So I've been playing with the Dark Magician. It's been a while now, and I've been going to tournaments. I've been going to now experiencing going against other kind of decks, and I can tell you that the Dark Magician deck that I'm playing, my experience is not competitive, unfortunately. I know it's gonna sound very weird, or maybe some of you will disagree. It's fine, this is an open debate. But since I've been playing the Dark Magician, I believe this deck, the one I'm playing, is not competitive. If you're interested to see which cards I'm using on my deck, I did a live stream, and you can check each individual cards. Because if I'm gonna do a video all about my deck, I think it's gonna take a while, and I don't want to spend too much time, unless you guys are okay with it and do request it to do a video individually just showing which cards I have on my deck. But if it's not okay, if it's okay with you guys, I have the live stream. I can put the link of the live stream showing which cards I have. So my Dark Magician deck is Dark Magician / Dragoon and Numeron. Why I have Numeron? Because I stall a lot. I very much break a lot with the Dark Magician, and I have Dragoon because I need a little punch, we can say that, a little power for the deck. So I do have Dragoon and, like I mentioned, Dark Magician and Numeron. But the decks that are tier like strongest ones out there, we already know Shaddolls, Drytron, Eldritch, and you know, Prank Kids. All these decks has my experience, or too powerful for my deck. Dark Magician deck is very fun. It's awesome. It's amazing to play while you are doing your turns. You're doing your whole round and chain. It's awesome, but it doesn't have enough hand traps or engine to stop the other decks. Okay, we all know that Dark Magician is a control deck, and its engine, it's all about spells and traps. When you have a Dark Magician, you're trying to have him in the grave so you can bring him back with the eternal souls. You have circle, you already have the chain there happening. As soon as you have circle and eternal souls, you are set. But a Harpy's Feather Duster can actually destroy your whole combo. And there is not a way to bring back the cards, just like Sky Striker or other decks that actually work on the grave. You can bring it back. The only thing you can bring it back is a Dark Magician with the Eternal Souls. But the thing is, the Drytrons, for example, Drytrons work from grave. You can bring back. You have Natasha, you have Cyber Angel Bantan, while Dark Magician is just a Dark Magician, Eternal Souls, and if Eternal Soul is sent to grave, there's no way you can bring back a Dark Magician. So it's very unfortunate. That's what I've been going through, and I've noticed it's just I stall on that part, having to go against an opponent that have a Hoppy's Feather Duster and destroy my whole back row and leave me with nothing in front. Because if you send the Eternal Souls to the grave, whatever Eternal Soul brought to the field will go as well. So for example, if you have a Dark Magician that was engraved, you have Eternal Souls, and you have like 3 Dark Magicians summoned because of the Eternal Souls, Eternal Soul goes to the grave, everything goes out to the grave as well that was summoned by Eternal Souls. If I didn't have Numeron and my deck, I will unfortunately stall or break, how we say, a lot with Red Eyes and Dark Magician. Because if you don't have a way to summon the Dark Magician without the cost of 2 monsters, then you will just break. If you have a Dark Magician in hand and you don't have an Eternal Souls, I will unfortunately have no way to bring Dark Magician to the field, and that will actually cost me a whole entire round. Because if we're aware nowadays, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't allow you it's just the decks nowadays doesn't let you play a second round, let's be honest. So that's one of the things. I have to make sure to do my whole entire combos on my first round, and if I break, that will be a loss of a turn, unfortunately. I know there is so many different kind of deck of Dark Magician. There is always a way that is mixed or added, change and some type of engine or any other card. But so far, the one I have is not quite putting me on top. I've been there. I've been not always in the Shadow Realms. I've been out of it, but it doesn't top. It doesn't top like the other decks, and is because now the top decks, they have almost everything. They have almost every single hand trap for whatever you do. It's just the amount of cards and not to break. While Dark Magician, if you do a pure Dark Magician, you won't. So you won't have that type of hands that will help you protect yourself from being Ash Blossom or to be called by the grave or any of that kind of stuff. So that's something we keep in mind. So Konami announced during this week a new Dark Magician support cards that will help the deck, as well as BLS, a new BLS that's coming out. This is very interesting. I'm very excited to see the new card. I believe it looks amazing. So far what I've seen, the artwork, it looks amazing. You know, I love the artwork for Yu-Gi-Oh! And it means a lot because we loved Black Luster Soldier. So I'm still debating if I want to keep my Dark Magician to play on tournaments or build another set of deck, because with this cards, it depends if it's going to help my deck. I need to try it out with these new cards, and so far this is what I'm excited about, because as we know, I love Dark Magician. I love the deck is amazing. Don't get me wrong, the deck is amazing, but it's not competitive. I know I said I was not going to be competitive, but it's just doesn't stand a chance nowadays with the new deck. So this is my whole entire experience with the Dark Magician deck, even though I love the Dark Magician. It's just amazing. The artwork of the Dark Magician, I know they have been doing different kind of art style, like different kind of illustration for the Dark Magician. But my favorite is, I believe the first one is just, I like the color of the first one. I know they have been changing it, but I like the first one, always gonna be my favorite. So that's what has been happening with the Dark Magician deck with you guys. Okay, ending this video, I'm gonna put everything together, my thoughts and my perspective, in my opinion, what I think. So first, Dark Magician, playing the Dark Magician deck is amazing. Having the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician girl, and it's awesome to see that you have your Dark Magician in the grave and you can bring him to the field with Eternal Souls. And if you have Dark Circle on the field, you can actually banish your opponent's card. So it's a quick attack. It's amazing. I like that. But this card cannot be in the top decks. Why? Because it doesn't have anything that can protect this deck in the way that if your opponent have a Harpy's Feather Duster or a Lightning Storm and it just destroy your back row, there is no way you can recover. Unless you're very lucky and you have in your hands, or you have set another, you have in your hands, of course, another Eternal Souls or Dark Circle. So it's just an unfortunate way to recover. And if you're playing on tournament, you need to recover as soon as you can. Of course, Dark Magician is to control. It's a deck controlling, but it doesn't protect of any thing that can destroy your back row. You play with the back row, just know your back row is the most important thing. And if your back row destroyed, you're done. And obviously you're not going to recover in one turn, because now, like I mentioned again, these games don't last more than two rounds. So you need to recover quick, but this deck doesn't allow you, unfortunately. So this was my thoughts playing the Dark Magician deck, and I've been playing with it for a while, so I know it's awesome, but if I want to top locals, I need to start thinking about a competitive deck, a good deck that can just protect me of anything, hand trap that can allow it. So this was my perspective, and again, thank you very much, you guys, for watching this video. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna put everything down below, and if you have any question, make sure to let me know. Link down below are all my information on my social media, and you can leave me a comment if you have any suggestions, any questions, and any ideas about my Dark Magician deck. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine. Au revoir.